Wanted to share with you a little trade I took today in Alibaba. I have a weekly chart up, 3-year weekly chart. Alibaba has not had a good week, and it's down around the 140 mark. It's got some recent support here in September, but we also have some support going back into 2019 around this price level. Alibaba has got great earnings, $8.18 a share. They do not currently pay a dividend. And that is one of the reasons that I went with the trade that I did versus going long the stock. So let's take a look at what I've done here. I've gone out to the Jan 2024 LEAP options. They expire 791 days from now. I got filled this morning on a $70 strike call, and I paid $80 for that call. Now I've got the Greeks up here, Delta, Gamma, Theta, Vega. The reason I went with a deep in the money option, and this was as low a strike price as I could buy, is because it has a 90 delta. What that means is, for every dollar Alibaba moves in either direction, my option will gain or lose 90 cents in value. Look at the theta decay column here. I'm only losing 1 penny per day in time decay. I can live with that. So let's bring in a calculator. Now, I paid $80 for this 70 strike call. So that would give me the right to buy Alibaba at $70 between now and January 2024. How much of this option is real value? How much of this option is time value? Well, if we add the strike price of 70 and we add 80 to it, my price paid, we come up with 150. As you can see, Alibaba is currently trading, let's call it 141. Well, let's call it 140.75. So if we subtract the current price, and we'll say that's close enough, we see that there's $9.25 of time value in this option. The rest of it's real value. That's what I was looking for. So I'm going to start selling short-term call options against my position. I'd like to start as soon as November 26th, but we'll have to see. Now let's bring back the calculator here. If we add 70 and 80 together again, we know that that equals 150. So in order for me to break even on this trade, I have to sell 150 or higher strike price call options. Let's say I sell a 150 for next week. Right now it's trading at 80 by 82 cents. Let's say I get 80 cents for it. Let's say Baba rallies next week and closes at 151 on November 26th. I would be forced to sell 100 shares of Baba at 150, but I have the right to buy them at 70. So if we subtract the difference, 150 minus 70, bring in the calculator again. So let's say we get called away at 150. We have to sell at 150, but we don't own the stock, but we do own this LEAP option. So we're selling at 150, and we've got the right to buy back at 70. That leaves us with $80. So that's basically a scratch. So the only profit in that case would be from the short call, which has just went up a penny because we sold it for 80 cents. So my thought process here is Baba has weekly options. I'm going to start out, I think, and try to go out a couple of weeks to the December 3rd options. And I'd like to get 10 points over 150. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to set an alert right here on the December 3rd 160 call. I want to create an alert. This should be in view. And I want at least $1. So I'm going to set the alert so that the bid price is at or above $1, and I will create that alert. So it's going to take a little bit of a rally for BABA in order for this call to get to $1. But if we look at our strikes here, we can kind of get an idea how much of a rally it's going to take. Now, if we notice the 155s are trading 110, 115, we can assume that if BABA would take a $5 increase in price fairly quickly, the price of this 160 call is going to be around $1. Now, this is expiration Friday, so we got a weekend to contend with here. So I'm thinking if it would happen to rally $5 today, or if it would happen to rally $5 early next week, we could get there on our $160 strike. Now, a $2.50 increase in BABA should bring that option up close to 85 cents. But I'm looking for the buck, and that's how I want to play this going forward. Now, I could go out further in time and probably get that buck almost immediately. Let's look at the December 10 options that expire in 3 weeks. And the $60s, or I'm sorry, the 160s are $1.20 by $1.25. So I could sell one of these right now if I was so inclined, but I think I'm going to hold off and see if I can do something in a shorter time frame. So anyway, that's the trade. Bullish on Alibaba, and I'm prepared for BABA to pull back some in the coming days or weeks. So I'm looking at the daily chart here. Look where BABA was just as far back as October. It was at 180. I would sell those shares at 180, and I'd be happy to do so, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully I can sell. Hopefully the share price will increase, $20 or so, and I can start selling calls in this every week and collect the premium.